What's your name?
Well, my name is Forrest Berg. I work for a company called greenearthcity.org, and we're dedicated to bringing about transformation, resilient community development, both urban and rural.
How do you see the resolution taking place?
I believe that it really starts from within, and that is a relationship, if you will, between ourselves and each other and this planet that we are blessed to live on. I think that is the first step, is understanding that we do have a relationship with this planet and each other, and defining that relationship in a positive light, acknowledging that we are part of this planet versus apart from this planet, and that we, since we're integrated with this planet and everything that lives here, then we don't elevate ourselves up to an above mentality where we're apart and higher than and better than, or maybe going somewhere after we pass, or whatever it is. Our physical beings that are here on this planet are here now in a relationship where we share the same air, we share the same water, we are in a dynamic relationship with all the life forms on this planet, micro and macro. And that understanding will help pave the way in everything else we do in our lives. So, for example, if we decide that we live on this beautiful island of Earth, this speck in the universe, this magnificent, utterly amazing place, and that we're so blessed to be here, and we acknowledge it like that, then we look at how our manufacturing processes are. Maybe we embrace a no-harm mentality and a premise. Maybe we look at the way we interact on a resource level. So we start thinking in terms of how we can best, instead of exploiting resources and the planet, how we can coexist. And so then that affects all of our manufacturing processes, or that relationship that we have will also pertain to politics, to the energy movement, the food production movement, and all those things. We have almost all the technologies right now to solve our energy problems, our food problems. We can end war, we can coexist, we can reach our potential and allow other creatures to reach their potentials. That stuff now is pretty obvious to people who are paying attention, that all this exists. But what's preventing it? It's the same thing that often prevents us from even having healthy relationships with each other. Us. Our ability to understand ourselves and interact in a way with each other that's maybe not competitive. It's bringing forth things like time banking and barter systems back into focus, and different ways in which we can have commerce with each other that doesn't really allow itself to be controlled by a small group of people. So it's almost like open source economics. And then another thing that's really starting to be looked at deeper, obviously, is factoring the true cost of environmental and social costs into the way we do things. Brings up in the Eco Summit, there is it's like the the Law of Rights of Mother Earth, right? So, the Law of Rights of Mother Earth enumerates 7 specific rights in which Mother Earth and her constitute life systems, including human communities, are entitled to. So that's a redefinition of our relationship to the planet. And so addressing that very notion on a groundation level precipitates economic and political change, which is what is needed on an incredibly rapid level, right? Just recently the news came out where the NOAA scientists are recording the highest levels of anomaly temperature spikes in the North Pole. Ever. And so, I mean, we can bury our heads in the sand and go out and watch a movie and kind of pretend things don't exist, but each day that, or each year that passes without addressing these foundational issues of how we are going to live on this planet, you know, instead and then detracting it with war, for example, in Syria, you know, I mean, we're like kids. The sooner we grow up on this planet and learn to actually be blessed with the amazing abundance in this planet and change our relationship and stuff with each other and actually say, hey, maybe we can all live together. Maybe we can create peace and have it all and have a relationship and let that isn't exploitive, then we can all move forward into realizing our potentials and have a good time.
Maybe we all can get along.
We can get along. We can and we will, and it will happen.